If you feel like you're struggling to heal and bring yourself to a new place of alignment in mind, body, or spirit, you're going to want to watch this video. I went through over 15 years of severe chronic illness, and at one point it was difficult for me to even bring a cup to my mouth. And this is a video of me today doing my workout. I just got back from it and just felt super called to sit down and chat with you about how I got from taking 6 months to doing a push-up to now being able to work out like this every single day. This took time, this took consistency, and this took creating routines and things that for me felt like they were in alignment. We have our three main components of ourself, our mind, body, and spirit. And it was absolutely necessary for me to use all three of these components in order to heal. And this also applies to healing relationship dynamics, to healing our mindsets around things, to healing our limiting beliefs in general, whether it's around finances, career, health, literally anything. You can use these exact principles to do this. Mind. And this is where I used brain retraining greatly to help me to move forward with where I wanted to go in my mindset. So we are just on autopilot with our mind every single day. We have our ways that we grew up thinking. When we are in relationships with people, we start taking on their consciousness and their ways of thinking. When we are in a job somewhere, we start taking on the concepts and the energies of the people that we're working with or that we work under. And all of these things start to become part of our neural pathways in our brain. So when we are catching ourselves throughout the day, every day, consistently, this is the key, again, is consistency through all of this, that is when the changeover starts to happen. That is when we start to understand where our patterns are. So I was journaling what I was thinking about, and I was catching like, oh my gosh, like I can't even believe like this is what I'm thinking on a constant basis. And what we can notice is also, what are we saying to the people around us? Because how we are speaking out loud to people is the manifestation in the physical of what our mind is thinking. So the more that we say things out loud, the more that we cement that into our heads. So let's start cementing in things that actually are in alignment to where we want to go. I was constantly talking about symptoms, like all the time. And I thought I had to. It's like, I feel like I'm dying every day. I feel like I have to talk about symptoms every day. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I am just cementing in exactly the opposite of what I want to be doing. So when I started brain retraining and understanding that where my thoughts and my speech was going was not conducive to what I was actually trying to bring in abundance in my life, then I was like, oh my gosh, I can't continue with speaking this way. And that was really hard to stop talking about symptoms, to stop complaining about the pain that I was in 24/7, barely sleeping at night most nights. I don't even know what else to talk about because my entire life revolved around going to doctors and what supplements am I doing, what protocols, like all day, every day I was taking care of myself, and my parents or the person that I was dating was helping be my caretaker, and I was just fully consumed in that world. So I had to start bringing my mindset away from that, even though I was still very much physically in that experience at the moment. I had to bring my mind away from that experience. So when we have our physical body that is experiencing something like illness, we just feel like we're congested or trapped or something in our body that is not allowing us to move forward. This is where we can work with our physical form, doing tiny little things to start, then developing over time where we're going with this. And that can look like, if you're a fairly able-bodied person, going to the gym and starting a workout routine or starting stretching or starting doing something. Or if you are like where I was at certain points in time where I could barely lift a cup to my mouth or a fork to my mouth, that I was doing things lying down or in bed, or very, very gentle stretching. Something like yoga was something that was super, super important for me to just build that consistency that was there, to develop flexibility and develop that strength in a very like doable way for me at various points in time. And it was the consistency of continuously doing this. Like when I did my first push-up, after it took me 6 months of practicing every single day, where I was practicing first on walls and developing that muscle strength, and then practicing like on the edge of the bed and developing that strength there, and then, you know, knees on the ground, and eventually I was able to one day lift my knees off the ground and do one push-up. And it really took like some strain to be able to do that. But it was that consistency of building it and meeting myself where I was at. We have the body, we have the mind, and now we have the soul. So this is where I started understanding that I was not just a body, that I am an energy within the body. This is when I started feeling, experiencing, and understanding the life force energy that was running through my body, through my veins, through my breath. That life force that we're always breathing in and exhaling. I started meditating every day, and I did various different practices of meditation throughout the years. Again, this was my healing journey was over a 15-year span of time. So the meditations that I did were always changing, from Kundalini yoga, sitting in silence and meditation, to guided meditations, all sorts of different things, listening to affirmations. Like meditations changed a lot, and some of this does cross over with the mind and brain retraining because none of them are separate completely. Though what I realized with my soul was I am not a body, and I am somebody that, or I am an energy within the body, and I have consciousness that exists outside of my body. So through my experiences, I had multiple times that I almost died, and I was when I kind of came out of these experiences, I don't remember having like a near-death experience like some people meet, like guides and things like that. I don't remember that. Though when I came out of these experiences, I had different like senses about me. So I started being able to see, hear, smell, taste, feel, know things that are not here in the physical world, that were giving me very real information about things. And then I was like, what the heck is happening now? Like, I didn't know anybody in my life who was utilizing these skills that all of us have. And there wasn't really anybody online talking about it, or not the people that I was finding on YouTube at that time. This was, you know, when I first got really sick, it was 2006. So there just wasn't the platforms online and things to find out about these things. And so I was trying to understand, like, am I crazy? What's happening and all this? And this was opening me up to my soul and to the connection that we have with nature, the connection that we have with each other, the connection that we have outside of ourselves into source, God, universe, higher self, whatever it is that resonates here. And like I said, I had many iterations of things. Like I was an atheist in high school and up until my first year of college for sure. And then things started shifting as I was like, hold on a second, like my world is definitely waking up here, and my soul is waking up. And it was the consistency of continuously practicing something that was helping my soul to evolve here. So we have the 3 layers of body, mind, and soul that is here. And it's the consistency of doing all 3, of utilizing all 3 of these parts of us on a regular basis in order to bring ourselves from the place that we have been feeling stuck at and that we no longer desire to be in, to the place that we do desire to be in. And it is very possible. Again, it took me 6 months to do a push-up. I was meditating every single day. I was working on breath work. I was doing cold plunging. I was researching anything and anything that I could in order to bring myself out of this. And it happened. And this is absolutely possible for you as well. This is possible for all of us. We all have these connections to our deeper selves, to the sources without the source of life that is around us. Again, nature is a great example of that. And to deeper connections with our body. Our body is so intelligent. Your body is so intelligent, and it knows how to heal. So utilizing these 3 practices are so important, of all of this continuation of just consistently doing what you can do each day, throughout the day, catching yourself in your mind, catching yourself in your body. Where's my posture at the moment? What am I thinking about? Do I feel like I am at this moment? And just catching and shifting and just being gentle with yourself in all of this. If you're interested in learning more about any of these practices, or if you would like to reach out to me for one-on-one coaching on any of this, please look at the links down below. Give this video a thumbs up if it resonated with you, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, so that we can get this video and this information out to more people. All right, I will see you all in the next video. You got this. You're so powerful.